Good evening, everyone. This is RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 postseason is on the air. We are at the Astrodome. This is Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Houston Astros. The Astros were the number 1 seed in the entire postseason, and they will be last here in the division series round. The Giants are the National League wildcard champion, knocking off the Pittsburgh Pirates in Game 1 and taking out my Mets in Game 2. Now the Giants travel to the Astrodome for a best-of-5 against the Astros. Could be an interesting series here, but I think the Astros have better pitching over the Giants. But Inside Pitch has a mind of its own, as we all know. So this is the final one of the 4 games for Games 1, and we'll start Games 2, the second games of each series tomorrow night. So we'll see what happens tonight as the G-Men and the Stros will play each other here at the Astrodome. Ben Witz is first to join us here at the Astrodome. So if everybody is set and ready to go, the final LDS gets underway tonight. The G-Men and Space City. Anything is possible at Inside Pitch, and so far, well, it has been pretty much everything going on. Let's get right to it. As Doug Hunt and Ernest Cruz now join us here at the Astrodome. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros tonight, their number 1 starter, Mike Hampton. He had a great year, 22 wins, 4 losses, a 2.90 ERA. In 99, he gets the number 1 call for the Stros. And of course, Steeler fan. We knew we wouldn't miss an Astros game. So, the Giants and the Astros. We are at the Astrodome. Definitely a pitcher's park. -1 to home runs. Only 118 home runs were hit there that year. +4 to strikeouts, +1 to walks. So we could see a lot of Ks. We shouldn't. So anytime anything comes off the ballpark card, there will not be a home run off the ballpark card. And now that I've said that, we'll probably have 20 home runs tonight. Inside Pitch can be wonky, but it's fun. And let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Giants, center fielder Marvin Bernard. He is 4 for 10 for the postseason so far, and he does have a home run. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Astros are the home team. Not an empty seat anywhere here at the 8th wonder of the world. I'm pretty sure there's lots of dome foam going around there for a Steeler fan. Let's see. Let's get the final LDS underway. Hampton, 1-5. That is a walk plus, and the first thing he's going to do is walk Marvin Bernard. He had 99 walks in 99. So the first thing he does is give up the first walk to Bernard, and he'll trot to first. That'll bring up the third baseman, Bill Miller. Miller was 2 for 10 for the postseason so far. Bernard, 27 steals, and he gets the steal sign. 13. He gets the jump. 13 + 1 is 14. Eusebio is 0. I'm going to send him a 1 to 14. He is safe. And he is. He just got under the tag. Bernard will go ahead and get a stolen base. And that's his first steal of the postseason. Will he get the jump to go to third? And no. So Bernard on at second now. Infield is now back. Hampton, 4-2. That is a walk plus. And the first thing he does is walk the first 2 batters he faces. Second walk given up by Hampton. And now here's the left fielder, Bonds. Barry Bonds. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Bonds is 1 for 7 for the playoffs so far. Back in infield double play. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Hampton. A 4-6 against the lefty. That is an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. 1, 2, 3. Second base, pivot Biggio a 0, 1 to 3, and they will not get the double play. Bernard will go to third. That is a 5. Miller thrown out at second. Bonds will take first. That is a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice. And now the second baseman, Jeff Kent. Kent is 1 for 5 for the playoffs. That one, however, was a big-time bomb which pretty much kicked my Mets out in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Cutter Historical joins us here at the Astrodome. Infield's going to play a double play depth. Kent does hit it at double plays. Strategy roll. Bonds will stay put. Hampton, 5-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Kent, 6-2. Base hit left field, and the Giants score first. It's going to be a single to left. Bonds, a 1-6. I think he will hold. A 1-6. He'll hold at second base. Kent gets an RBI single. Giants on the board first. 1-0 in favor of the G-men. So RBI single by Kent. And now the first baseman, JT Snow. Snow was 1 for 7 for the playoffs so far. Infield a double play depth, already 1-0 G-men. Strategy and nothing on the 4. Bonds will stay put. Hampton, 6-3 against the lefty. It's blank. Snow, 3-1. That's a ground ball to short. 3-4-5. Second base pivot BGO 0, 1-5. They'll get the double play this time, and that will retire the side. 6-4-3 double play. 1 run on 1 hit, a couple of walks, and a stolen base. It's the Giants that score first in this LDS. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. Their number 3 starter, Kirk Rueter. 15 wins, 10 losses, a 5.41 ERA in 99. Since the Giants had to play 2 wild card playoff games, they have to get their number 3 starter on the mound here in the LDS. That is the disadvantage when playing a wild card series. However, if you win a couple of games, your number 1 starter could be going up against the other team's 3. That's why I think it's fair. The LCSs and World Series, all pitchers are back to the number 1 versus 1. Leading off for the Astros, second baseman, Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. No doubt in my mind. 294 average, 16 homers, 73 RBIs in 99. Rueter will pitch. 6-2, strikeout, and got him. First strikeout for Rueter. He had 94 of them in 99. Here's the right fielder, Derek Bell. 236 average, 12 homers, 66 RBIs. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at the Astrodome. I don't need condolences, Chuck. This was the most frustrating Mets season I think I ever saw. Rueter, 5-6. Home run chance, 19 is high. Bell, 3-3, and it's lifted to right field. And that's going to be an easy play for Ellis Burks. And he's going to make the catch for out number 2. And now the first baseman, Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer. Again, no doubt there. 304 average, 42 homers, 126 RBIs in 99. 2 men down. Rueter, 1-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Bagwell, 4-2. And it's a hard line out right to short. That's going to be gloved by Aurelia. Pop. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 G-men after 1. I know my Dolphins are playing. If anybody is listening, please do not give me the Dolphins score. Believe it or not, at this moment, I really don't care. I'll watch them when I'm done here. Top of the second, and I don't even know why I want to watch them. Leading off for the Giants, right fielder, Ellis Burks. Burks is 3 for 8 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 4-6 against the righty. It's blank. Burks, 4-5. That's a base hit past third. Burks will get on base with a single. So right now, the Giants are getting hits off of Hampton. And where is he? I don't see Clay Baseball fan. Okay. That'll bring up the shortstop, Rich Aurelia, 280. Aurelia is 1 for 8 for the playoffs. Infield a double play. Remember, the Giants did play 2 games already. Strategy roll for Burks, and he stays. Hampton, 1-5. That is another walk plus, and it's ball 4. And Hampton right now cannot find the strike zone. That is the third walk given up by Hampton. And now here's the catcher, Brent Maine. Maine is 1 for 8 for the playoffs. Infield still a double play. Clee baseball fan now joins us here at the Astrodome. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Maine gets the bunt sign. He says, "You kidding? I'm swinging." Hampton, 1-3, strikeout, got him. Hampton will come back with his first strikeout of the game. He had 177 of them in 99. And now the pitcher, Kirk Rueter. Not a bad hitter, 155 average, 5 home runs. Not 5 home runs, 5 RBI in 99. A 155 average, I kind of think that would be more, could be almost like a little bit around 230, 240, something like that. Runners at first and second, 1 out now. Nothing happening. Hampton, 4-3. Wild pitch, a possible pass ball. Eusebio's pass ball rating is a 4. And he'll bounce off of him, and that's going to allow the runners to go. So Burks will go to third. Aurelia goes to second. Now the infield will come in for Rueter to swing. Rueter, 1-5, and he grounds it to short. And with 1 out, I utilize the regular rule. So Burks comes a base running rating of 0. He will hold. The throw will go to first for the out, 2 down. I use the chart when there's nobody out. I use the regular inside pitch, the original infield in rules when there's 1 out. So a grounder to short, but nobody moves. Now the batter is Bernard. Bernard walked his first time up. 2 men down, top of the second. Giants already have a 1-0 lead. That's a 20. Hampton turns around to try to get Aurelia, and he got him, picked him off. Hampton, a 1-2 pickoff. That is a 1. Aurelia not paying attention, and the inning is over. Which means Bernard's going to have to wait. So no runs, 1 hit and a walk, and a pickoff by Mike Hampton to get Aurelia. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. And Bernard not happy that Aurelia was not paying attention. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Astros, center fielder Carl Everett. 325 average, 25 homers, 108 RBIs. That's a pretty decent season. Rueter, 3-5 against the switch right. It's a blank. Everett, 4-3 and a line out right to short. Aurelia will get that. Pop, 1 out. Next batter is the left fielder, Stan Javier. Javier started the season with the San Francisco Giants, wound up on the Astros later. 285 average, 3 homers, 34 RBIs. Javier gets the nod and starting in left field for the Astros for this postseason. Rueter, 2-4, hit by pitch. No. Javier, 1-2, and it's a fly to left. And that will be Bonds getting to that. And that is out number 2. Here's the third baseman, Bill Spires. 288 average, 4 homers, 39 RBIs in 99. Rueter, 2-1, possible error. Spires, 5-6, and that's going to be an infield single. And that's picked up by first baseman Snow. His error rating is a 2, and he's going to make a bad throw to Rueter. Rueter's range is a 3, and he will prevent the ball from getting past him, but it goes as an infield single. And Spires is safe. Actually, let me double check something on that. I keep on forgetting. It is an S. Possible error. It is an S. So 9. Infield single with 1 extra on a bad throw. Oh no, it's automatically an extra base. Nope, my bad. Spires goes to second. So that is an E3 on JT Snow. Doesn't make many errors, but he'll make one there. So that is the first error on the Giants and the first hit for the Astros. They do get the hit. And now we'll see the catcher, Tony Eusebio, 272 average, 4 homers, 33 RBIs in 99. Kevin Thomas joins us here at the Astrodome. So Spire's on at second, now on the throwing error. And now the Astros have the tying run at base. And nothing on the 4. Rueter, 1-5. That's a pitcher result. And that 6 is going to be a base hit right past the pitcher and up into the outfield. With 2 outs, Spires will come around. He will score. We're tied at 1. That error definitely hurts the Giants, as that allowed the runner to get in scoring position, and Eusebio will get an RBI single. We're tied at 1. Next batter is the third baseman, Ricky Gutierrez. He is platooning at third base with Tim Bogar. Bogar will be batting against right-handed starters. I have Gutierrez against lefties. 261 average, a homer, 25 RBIs, and Bogar and Gutierrez pretty much have the same amount of bats. I do have a certain amount of bats to look at to see if I want to platoon. And Gutierrez kills left-handed pitching. Strategy roll. Nothing happening with Eusebio. Rueter, 1-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Gutierrez, 4-4, and he grounds it right back to pitcher. Rueter will go ahead and get that. He'll take his time, toss it over to first to get Gutierrez, and that'll retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. We're tied at 1 after 2. I do some platooning for certain teams, depending if their amount of at-bats is close. And if there is, I'll make a platoon. If not, most I'll be on out of the 12 teams that were in this postseason. I think only 3 or 4. I have a left and a righty platoon. Everybody else will have the same starting lineup, no matter who's on the mound, no matter what arm's on the mound. Top of the third, Marvin Bernard leads off for the Giants. He was at the plate when Rich Aurelio was sleepwalking at second base. Hampton will deal. Hampton, 5-4, range play. Bernard, 1-3, ground ball to first. That ball is hit the Bagwell. His range is a 3. He's got it. He'll take his time getting it. Hampton will come over and receive the throw, and that is out number 1. Hampton, by the way, can pitch to 29, and Rueter can only pitch to 23. Just to make sure. Here's Miller. Miller walked his first time up. Hampton with the deal. 2-5. That's a pitcher result. The 9 is a blank. Miller, 2-4. Ground ball to first again. Another easy play for Bagwell. This time he'll take it himself. 2 away. And now here's Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 1. Got to be careful when Bonds is on the mound. It doesn't matter who pitchers. Hampton, 2-4. Walk, ball 4. And pretty much any time a walk comes up on a pitcher, you're going to wind up putting Bonds on bases. And that is already the 4th walk given up by Hampton. He's got to get some better control for the rest of this game. Here's Kent. Kent got a single his first time up. Bonds had 15 stolen bases. He doesn't get the jump. Hampton, 3-1 at the park. Astrodome, 4-1. That's a ground ball to third. Easy play there for Gutierrez. He will pick it up and throw to first to get Kent. And that will end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the third. Yeah, as I said earlier yesterday, I think this is anybody's World Series. There is no dominant team out there. No team really scares me in this year's 2025 playoffs. No team really scares me. Leading off for the Astros is the pitcher, Mike Hampton, and he was excellent. 311 average and 10 RBIs in 99. I may use him as a DH. I may use him as a designated hitter if the Astros make the postseason. I don't see why not. Doesn't say I can't. Rueter, 2-3, error on a grounder. Hampton, 5-2, and that's a fly out to center field. And Bernard will get to that, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. I may use him as a DH. Doesn't say anywhere I can't. Here's BGO. BGO is 0 for 1. However, if he's pitching, he can't. Well, can he? Can he bat if I want him to? In 1999, was that rule? Was that rule in '99? Could the pitcher bat if they wanted to? The designated hitter rule. The designated hitter rule. I wonder, can the pitcher bat if he wanted to? A 3.11 average if the Astros make the World Series? Why not? Rueter, 2-1, possible error. BGO, 4-5, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Miller. His error rating is a 9. That's a 5. That's the second error for the Giants. Looks like it handcuffed him. And that's going to be an E5. That is error number 2 on San Francisco. Miller didn't make that many, but BGO will be safe at first. Now that's the Ohtani rule, and I hate it. I don't know. I have to find that out. I have to find that out. If the Giants make the World Series, can I have Mike Hampton back? I'll have to see. And why not? 3.11 average? Jeez. Infield, a double play depth. Next batter is Bell. He's 0 for 1, but that's, of course, if the Astros make it, and we'll worry about that later. BGO had 28 steals, and he's not going. Rueter, 1-3. It's a blank. Bell, a 2-3. Grounder right back to Rueter. So 2-1. Bell's a righty, so second base will be pivot, and that is Aurelia. -1 is a 0. No chance of a double play. And that is a 6, so Rueter's only, and BGO very fast. No chance to get BGO. We'll throw to first to get Bell, and that's out number 2. BGO does get to second base. And now the batter is Bagwell. He can't be a dual pitcher and a DH. Okay. So he can't, so I have to use a DH when he pitches, but he can't bat for himself. Are we sure about that? In 1999, are we absolutely sure? I'll have to look that up. We'll worry about it. But as I said, we'll worry about it then. If they get there. BGO on at second. Strategy roll. Bagwell's 0 for 1. Nothing happening there. Rueter, 4-6. It's a blank. Bagwell, 4-2. Hard line out. Right to short. Aurelia puts up the glove. Pop. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was an error. But the Astros can't take advantage of it. Tied at 1 after 3. On to the 4th. And it will be JT Snow leading off for the G-Men. He's 0 for 1. Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 6-4. That's a blank. Snow, 2-4. Fly ball center field. Easy play for Everett. And Everett will make his first put out. 1 down. Next batter is Burks. Burks got a single his first time up. Pitch from Hampton. 2-3 against a righty. It's a blank. Burks, 1-5. That's a grounder to short. Spires will get that. And he will toss it over for out number 2. Spires is actually at shortstop, not third base. I think I mentioned that. Spires is at short. I got Gutierrez at third. Both have the same range, but neither have that many errors at those positions. That's the reason why I put them there. Here's Aurelia walked his first time up and then got caught sleepwalking at second. Hampton, 1-3, strikeout 9, and just missed. 4 + 4 is 8. Aurelia, 2-1, but he'll fly out center field anyway. Another play for Everett. A nice, better job by Hampton, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the G-Men, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Carl Everett leads off for Space City. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, I miss the days when they had good hitting pitchers. Rueter will deal. Rueter, 4-5 against the switch right. It's a blank. Everett, 6-6. Fly ball center field. Marvin Bernard. He'll grab that for the out. Next up is Javier. Javier is 0 for 1. Rueter will pitch. 1-4 against the switch right. That's a blank. Javier, 1-1. That's fly to left. And Bonds will get to that. And that is out number 2. And now here's Spires. Spires got a single his first time up, scored, and we've got an extra base on an error. Rueter, 3-4, strikeout 13 is high. Spires, 5-6, and a base hit right past first. Spires will keep the inning going. Second hit of the game for Spires. And now Eusebio. Eusebio got a single his first time up. Spires on at first with 10 steals. He's not going anywhere. Rueter, 2-1, possible error. Eusebio, 2-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Aurelia. His error rating is an 11. That's an 11, and that's going to be the third error on the Giants. Aurelia's not going to be able to make a play. Probably had a problem with the transfer. That's an E6, and that is the third straight inning with an error. The thing about it is the Astros have not been able to really take advantage of it except in the second inning. So now an error on Aurelia. So now that allows the inning to continue, and here's Gutierrez, who destroys left-handed pitching. Gutierrez is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Rueter knows he's got to make a good pitch. Big-time error on Aurelia. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Rueter will pitch. Rueter, 6-4 against the righty. It's a blank. Gutierrez, 5-3. And it's a fly ball to left field. And Bonds is going to get to that with no trouble at all. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. But Gutierrez cannot get that done. And we stay tied at 1 after 4. We got a pitcher's duel here after 4 innings. Combined ERA of these two pitchers is 8.2. Hampton, of course, with a much better ERA, but right now Rueter is pitching very well. Top of the 5th, Brent Maine leads off for the Giants. He's 0 for 1. Rueter's only allowed 3 hits. Rueter pitching like Juan Marichal. Hampton, 3-1. That's at the park. Astrodome, 5-1. Base hit into left field. Maine's turning around first. He's going to try for second. Base runner 2. Javier a +1. A 1-3. Maine will get to second base, and he will. Maine will turn that into a double. That's a single plus, and that will be a leadoff double for the G-men. And now the batter is Rueter. Rueter will probably hit away normally, although he was a pretty good bunter. Corners are in, expecting a bunt. Strategy roll. He does get the bunt sign. I'm going to swing away. So Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 6-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Rueter, 1-1, powers 1 into left field. That's a 5. It's a base hit. That's a single to left field, but will that score Maine? Single to left, 3-5, and he will advance. Maine will come around. He will score. 2-1 Giants. Stadium groans. RBI single by Kirk Rueter. Rueter says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Batter now is Bernard, as Rueter comes through with a big-time hit. And Bernard is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield back to double play. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Strategy roll for Rueter. He'll stay where he is. Hampton, 4-5 against the lefty. That is an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. 1, 2, 3. Shortstop, Spires a 0. 1-3. That's a double play. No. The only play they had was the first, and that's picked up by Gutierrez. Rueter slow, but it was a slow roller, and he made sure he got the out as Rueter moved to second base. So 1 down. Here's Miller. Miller is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield is back. Rueter on at second. Strategy, nothing happening there. He'll stay put. Hampton will deal. Hampton, 3-5. Home run chance. The 13 is just going to miss. Miller, a 3-3, but he powers one into left. That's an 11, and that's going to stay up there. Left fielder, Javier, going back for it. He's going to have room, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. And Rueter is not, I'm not even going to roll for Rueter. He stays with a 1. With a base running rating of 1, and hit the left already, a minus. I'm not. He's going to stay put, 2 down. Not even going to roll. Now the batter is Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 men down here. Top of the 5th, Giants, a 2-1 lead on the Astros. Strategy, Rueter stays put. Hampton, 3-3, possible error. Bonds, 5-5, ground ball to short. That ball is at the Spires. Spires' error rating is a 0. He'll get that. He'll throw to first, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 hits for the Giants. Kirk Rueter with an RBI single. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Astros is Mike Hampton. He's 0 for 1. Hampton, a very good hitter. Rueter, 5-4. Range play at the park. Astrodome, 5-1. That's a single into left field, possible double. Bonds is going for that. His range is a 3, and he's got it. 1 out. He'll take a single away from Hampton. Da-da-da, da-da-da. 1 down. Here's BGO. BGO is 0 for 2, but reached on an error his last time up. Rueter will deal. Rueter, 3-4. Strikeout. Got him. And that is strikeout number 2 for Rueter. 2 outs. And now the batter is Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Rueter will pitch. Rueter, 2-4. Hit by pitch. No. Bell, a 1-5. A grounder to second base. Handled by Kent. And Kent will get it and throw it over and retire the side. Kirk Rueter doing a heck of a job shutting down this Astro lineup. 2-1 after 5. On to the 6th. Leading off for the G-men is Jeff Kent. Kent is 1 for 2 with a single. Hampton will go ahead and deal. Hampton, 2-6 against a righty. It's a blank. Kent, a 1-4, and that is a grounder to short. Handled by Aurelia. And not handled by Spires, I'm sorry. And that is out number 1. Here's Let It Snow. He's 0 for 2. Hampton will deal. Hampton, 5-1 against the lefty. It's an automatic out, and that's going to be a grounder to third. Handled there easily by Gutierrez. And he'll throw it over for out number 2. And now Burks. Burks is 1 for 2 with a single. Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 4-3, wild pitch. It's a blank. Burks, 1-6, and that's grounder to short again. Another play for Spires. Spires will get that and throw it over. Retire the side. Nice job by Hampton. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Kevin Thomas likes Appa hockey, as you should. Appa hockey is excellent. And, of course, when it comes to Appa hockey, Uncle Dave Gardner is one of the best at playing that game. Bottom of the 6th inning, Jeff Bagwell leads off for Space City. He's 0 for 2. He's hard 2 hit hard liners to short. Pitch from Rueter. 6-2. Strikeout. Got him. Wow, Bagwell didn't see it well enough. That was just a beautiful pitch. 3rd strikeout for Rueter. It'll now bring up Everett. Everett is 0 for 2. Yes, he is the Lord. Dave Gardner is the Lord of the Rink. Rueter, or Lord of the Rinks. Rueter, 1-2 against the switch right. It's a blank. Everett, 3-1. Fly ball center field. Marvin Bernard's going to get to that. And that's the second out. And now here's Javier. Javier is 0 for 2. Rueter pitching a gem tonight. Rueter will deal. 3-4. Strikeout 13 will just miss. Javier, 3-3. Base hit center field. Javier keeps the inning going with a single. And now Rueter is tired, but he's going to pitch to Spires. Spires, however, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Rueter is due to bat third in the 7th inning. Javier on at first here. XSG2 here joins us here at the Astrodome. Javier on at first. And that is a 2. He gets the steal sign. He gets the jump. 14 minus 3 is 11. Main is 0. I'm not going to send him with 2 outs. Rueter will go ahead and pitch. Rueter, 3-2. It's a blank. Spires, 3-4. Pumped up. Pop fly ball to second base. Jeff Kent says he will get it. And he will. And that will retire the side. No runs and a hit. And Kirk Rueter pretty much probably done for the night. And after 6, the G-men lead 2-1. Time out for one quick second here. Excuse me, everyone. I really got to dust this one. On to the 7th. Astros trailing by 1 here. Top of the 7th inning now. Rich Aurelia leads off for the Giants. He is 0 for 1 with a walk, and a heck of a game here at the Astrodome. Game 1 of this NLDS between the Giants and the Astros. Hampton, 4-3. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Aurelia, 3-1. That's ground ball to first. Bagwell will get that. And that will be the first out. Next batter is Maine. Maine 1 for 2 with a double and scored. Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 3-3. Possible error. Maine, 1-5. Double into center field for Maine. Center fielder Everett has an error rating of 4. That's a 1. He's going to make an error. Misplayed by Everett, which means Maine automatically makes third. A 1-2, he will score, and he won't. He holds. Big time bat error by Carl Everett out there. Allows Maine to go to third. But he will not score. He will hold. And he stays at third base. So a double and an error for Brent Maine, a second double of the game. And that is an E8. First error on the Astros. And now a big run at third base. Rueter is the batter, but he's going to come out of the game. And he is done. He will leave with the W. And the Giants will go to the bench. Infield, of course, coming in. And coming on to pinch hit for the Giants is going to be F.P. Santangelo. 260 average, 3 homers, 26 RBIs. F.P. Santangelo will pinch hit. So Maine on at third. The infield is in, so normal infield in advancement. We have 4 errors in this game so far. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 1. Maine will stay where he is. Hampton will now pitch to Santangelo. Hampton, 1-4. Strikeout plus. Got him. Big K. Big strikeout by Hampton. That is his second. Yeah. That's only Hampton's second strikeout of the game. 2 down. You would think he'd have more, but he only has 2 strikeouts. So now 2 down, and now the batter is Bernard. Bernard is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 men out. Big run at third base for the Giants. Lead game 1 of this NLDS 2-1. Hampton, strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Hampton will pitch. Hampton, 1-5. That is a walk plus. It's ball 4. So he walks Bernard. And that is the 5th walk given up by Hampton. And now the batter is Miller. Miller is 0 for 2 with a walk. Barry Bonds on deck. Hampton will deal. He will deal with Miller. Miller does not hit lefties as that well. Hampton knows a big at bat here. Strategy roll. Bernard will stay put. Hampton will deal. Hampton, 3-1. That's at the park. Astrodome, 4-2. Base hit center field. Giants will get a run. It's a single to center. Bernard automatically takes third. Miller rounding first. He's going to try for second. Center fielder is Everett. He has a 0 arm. A 1-4. Miller takes second, and he will. RBI double by Bill Miller. It's 3-1 Giants. Stadium groans. And now the batter is Bonds. Hampton is tired. Do you let Hampton pitch to Bonds here is the question, even though he's tired? I think, yeah, because if a KW or an S1 comes up, it's going to score 2 runs at the least. I got to yank him out. Hampton coming out of the game. Astros will go to the bullpen. They have no choice in this matter. And they will bring on a new pitcher to face Bonds. So Hampton leaves with the L. And they're going to go ahead and bring out. They need just 1 out. They're going to go with Trevor Miller. 3 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 5.07 ERA in 99. Miller making his first appearance in the postseason. So Trevor Miller will pitch to Bonds, although it really doesn't matter who's on the mound. If a home run chance is given up, Bonds is sending it out no matter what, pretty much. Although there is a -1 at the Astrodome. So Bonds is 0 for 2 with a walk. 3-1 Giants. Trevor Miller will deal with Bonds. Miller there really just to get 1 out. He's due to bat third in the next inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Bernard on its third. Miller on its second. Trevor Miller will pitch. 1-3. Now that is a walk plus, and that'll walk Bonds easily. And the bases are loaded. Trevor Miller can pitch to 5. So he walks Bonds. And now here's Jeff Kent. Kent is 1 for 3. Kent definitely has home run power against lefties. 2 men down here. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Giants. Miller now will pitch to Kent. Kent a little bit worse against lefties. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Miller's trying to get 1 out. Miller, 4-1. Walk plus. He walked in a run. Miller gives up another base on balls, and that'll bring in a run. It's now 4-1 Giants. Stadium barfs. Yeah. So that brings in a run. Now the batter is Snow. Miller does have to pitch to 1 more batter, because I do use the 3-batter rule. Snow is 0 for 3. Dwayne Martz joins us here at the Astrodome. Miller will go ahead and pitch to Snow. Now it's a 4-1 Giants lead. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Miller trying to get 1 more out. Miller will deal. Miller, 2-5. Wild pitch. And this one goes over the backstop. And that's going to bring in another run. Miller will score. Bonds to third. Kent to second. 5-1 Giants. Now JT Snow gets the swing. 1-6, and he powers one to left field. That's a 1, and that's going to be a base hit for Snow. Bonds will come in to score. Single to left. Will Kent come in to score? 3-5. I think he will. Yes, he will come around. He will score. 2 more runs come in for the Giants. 7-1 G-Men. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double, 2 single by JT Snow. The Giants have put a 5 spot here in the top of the 7th. That's it from Miller. They're yanking him out. And there will be a new pitcher here as Ellis Burks will now come to the plate as this pitcher's duel went by the board. New pitcher coming in for the Astros, it'll be Jay Powell. 5 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, a 4.32 ERA. Powell making his first appearance. So now he'll go up against Burks with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 7-1 Giants. Burks is 1 for 3. What an inning for pitching as the bullpen absolutely can't get anything done. Strategy rolls are off. Powell, 4-4. And what is that? A walk plus, of course, and he walks Burks. Another walk in this inning. Powell can pitch to 5. And now here's Aurelia. Aurelia's 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 men out. Runners at first and second here. Powell will pitch. Powell, 1-1. That's a blank. Aurelia, 5-4. Ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Spires. He'll get that. He's going to throw to second to get Burks. And the inning comes to an end. 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 4 walks, and a wild pitch. Horrible inning for the Astros. Now down 7-1 here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. I know Clee baseball fan will not miss tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we go back to Jacobs Field for Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians. Rick Helling will be going for the Rangers, and Dave Burba will be going for the Indians. The Indians lead that series 1-0, and we'll see if they can take a 2-0 lead before heading to Arlington. A huge matchup tomorrow night. Game 2 of the ALDS. Rangers at Indians. That'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. 7-1 Giants as the Astro bullpen does not get the job done. Giants do need a pitcher. Tony Eusebio will lead off for the Astros, and he is 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Now, the Giant bullpen is... We'll see what the Giants are going to get. But although they do have a good starter here. Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be John Johnstone. 4 wins. Johnstone has 2 holes in this postseason. And he can pitch to 4. So Johnstone will pitch to Eusebio. Bottom of the 7th here. 7-1. Johnstone, 6-5. It's a blank. Eusebio, 3-2. Base hit. Eusebio leads off with a single past second. So Eusebio off to a good start. Next batter is Gutierrez. Gutierrez is 0 for 2. Infield double play, but strategy rolls are off. Johnstone, 3-4. Strikeout plus. Got him. And that's a K for Johnstone. He had 56 of them in 99. We'll now see a pinch hitter for Jay Powell. He will come out. The Astros will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit will be Ken Caminetti. 286 average, 13 homers, 56 RBIs. Ken Caminetti will go ahead and pinch hit with Eusebio on it first. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th, 7-1 Giants. Yes, rest in peace, Ken Caminetti. Johnstone, 3-1 against the switch left. It's an automatic out. It's a fly ball to left. That'll be handled by Bonds. And that's out number 2. And now the top of the order with Biggio. Biggio was 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Eusebio on it first. Giants lead 7-1. This was a pitcher's duel. Johnstone will deal. Johnstone, 5-4 at the park. Astrodome, 6-5. Fly ball to right. Burks is going to get to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Astros. Johnstone is tired, but he is due to bat second. And the Giants have a 7-1 lead here after 7. Top of the 8th. Brent Maine leads off for the Giants. He is 2 for 3 tonight, 2 doubles. Astros need a pitcher, and they got left pinch hitter and another lefty coming up. But there is, and Billy Wagner I'm not going to bring in, so they're going to go with, coming on to pitch for the Astros is going to be Brian Williams. 2 wins, a loss, a 4.41 ERA. Williams will make his first appearance in this postseason. One thing about the Astros, that bullpen they have is not really that good. Besides Billy Wagner, that's really it. Williams will go ahead and pitch to Maine here. Top of the 8th, 7-1 G-Men. Williams, 1-2. Pitcher result, 6 is going to be a base hit right past the pitcher. Maine will get a single right past Williams, and Maine has his 3rd hit of the ball game. Johnstone due to bat. I'd like to see if I can get him one more inning, but I don't think they would. He's already tired. Johnstone will come out, and the Giants will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch it will be Armando Rios. 327 average, 7 homers, 29 RBIs. He's going to bat for the pitcher. So Armando Rios will come on to pitch and bat midfield double play. Maine on it first. Right now, game 1 of this series does not look good for the Stros. Williams, a 4-1 against the lefty. He'll walk him. And he'll walk Rios. And now the Giants looking to get some more. And now the batter is Bernard. Bernard has walked twice. He's 0 for 2. Still no one out, top of the 8th. Giants putting a hurt on the Astros in this game. Williams will pitch. Williams, 3-6, wild pitch. Possible pass ball. Eusebio's pass ball rating is a 4. He prevents it. Bernard will swing. 4-2. It's a grounder to first. 1-0 and 0. Shortstop Spires a 0, so there's not going to be a double play. and that's a 1. So Maine will get to third. Rios gets to second. Bagwell will get the sure out at first base, and that's out number 1. So the runners will advance, kind of like a bunt. And now here's Miller. Infield going to play in. Miller is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. John Haverly joins us here at the Astrodome. Maine on at third, Rios on at second. The Giants looking to steal one against the Astros ace. And with a 7-1 lead, looking pretty good. Williams will pitch. 6-6, strikeout, and no, that's just going to miss. Miller, a 6-2, it's a fly to right. That'll be handled by Bell. And that is out number 2. Miller, sacrifice fly of 1. Hit to right, +1 is 2. Maine won't score that way. Will Maine come in on his own? 4-1, and yes, he will. Maine will deep enough. Maine will put on the Jets. He will score. Rios will move to third on the play. It was deep enough. Rios goes to third. It is now 8-1 Giants. Stadium groans. So sacrifice fly from Miller. And now here's Bonds. Barry Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 2, but has walked twice. 2 men down, now 8-1 in favor of the G-men. Fans here at the Astrodome already thinking about game 2 of the series. Williams, he'll pitch. Williams, 6-6, strikeout, got him. And that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. And it's 8-1 as we now go to the bottom of the 8th. Derek Bell leads off for the Astros. He is 0 for 3. Giants need a pitcher. 2 righties and a switch coming up. And coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Jerry Spradlin. 3 wins. Spradlin making I think it's his second appearance. 3 wins, 1 loss, a 4.87 ERA. Spradlin coming in. As Johnstone does get a hold. And Spradlin is now the 3rd pitcher. So now Bell will pitch. Spradlin can pitch to 5. Bell is 0 for 3. Spradlin will deal. Spradlin, 1-5, hit by pitch. No. Bell, 2-3, grounder right back to the pitcher. Spradlin will get that, and he'll throw it over to first for out number 1. Next batter is Bagwell. Bagwell is 0 for 3. Spradlin, he'll go ahead and deal. Spradlin, 5-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Bagwell, 3-4 against a righty. It's a grounder to second base. Kent will get that. He'll throw it over to first, out number 2. And now Everett. Everett is 0 for 3. Spradlin, he'll go ahead and deal. Spradlin, 4-5, error on a throw. Everett, 3-6. Nope, it's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Bonds is going to get there. Spradlin with a 4.87 ERA in 99, but he goes 1-2-3 in this inning. 8-1 Giants after 8. We go to the 9th. Jeff Kent leads off for the Giants. He is 1 for 3, singled and walked. Question is, am I going to have Williams? Am I going to have him pitch here? They got right, left, and right. And no, Williams is going to come out. Williams is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pitch for the Astros is going to be Doug Henry. 2 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 4.65 ERA. Henry making his first appearance of the postseason. And Doug Henry can pitch to 5. So Doug Henry will come on to pitch, and Kent will lead off. Top of the ninth, 8-1 Giants. Henry will pitch. Henry, 4-5. It's a blank. Kent, 5-6, and a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Gutierrez. And over to first it goes, one down. Here's Snow. The Snowman is 1-for-4 with a single. Henry will deal. Henry, 3-3. Pitcher result, 15 is a blank. Snow, 1-3. Line drive right to short. Spires puts up the glove and grabs it, 2 down. Pop. And now Burks. Burks is 1-for-3, a single and a walk. Henry will go ahead and pitch to Burks. 2 down here, top of the ninth, 8-1 G-Men. Henry will deal. Henry, 6-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Burks, 6-2 against a righty. It's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Spires. And he'll throw it over to first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Doug Henry. Giants lead 8-1. But will we see some ninth inning magic? I know Steeler fan does not want to see any ninth inning magic. Stan Javier leads off for the Giants. For the Astros. He's 1-for-3. They're going to yank Spradlin. He is done. Robbie Nen, this is not a save situation. They're going to save him. And coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Felix Rodriguez. 2 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 3.80 ERA. Rodriguez will make his first appearance in this postseason, I believe. And he can pitch to 6. So Stan Javier will lead off for the Astros in the bottom of the ninth. Felix Rodriguez will go for the G-Men. Giants 3 outs away from stealing one here in the Astrodome. Rodriguez, 3-5, strikeout, no. Javier, 5-3. It's a grounder to second base. Kent will get that. He'll throw it over to first, 1 away. Magic. Here's Spires. Not enough magic. You only got 6 magics there, Steeler fan. You need 8. Spires is 2-for-3 with 2 singles. Rodriguez will go ahead and deal. Rodriguez, 6-6 against the lefty. Strikeout. That just missed. Spires, 2-1, a ground ball to first. Snow will get that. He'll take it to the bag, 2 down. And now the last chance for the Astros is Tony Eusebio. He is 2-for-3, 2 singles, and reached on an error. Fans here at the Astrodome do not like what they see, but of course this is only game 1 of this NLDS. But a big win for the Giants if they hold on. Rodriguez looking on in Eusebio. Fans hoping for some serious ninth inning magic. Rodriguez, 3-6, strikeout, 20 will miss. Eusebio, 6-6, it's a base hit. Eusebio will go ahead and get a single pass short. And that will keep the game going, at least for another batter. Eusebio having a good night, 3-for-4. And now the batter is Gutierrez. We may see a pinch hitter for him. Gutierrez is lousy against righties. Let's see what they're going to do. And yes, I think they're going to. And Gutierrez is he is my third baseman. So we're going to see a pinch hitter. Gutierrez coming out. And coming on to pinch hit will be Darrell Ward. 273 average, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. Tim Bogar will take over at third if this game reaches the extras. Eusebio on at first. 2 outs here, bottom of the ninth. Giants lead 8-1. Felix Rodriguez trying to get the Giants and give them a game 1 win here. Eusebio on at first. Rodriguez will deal. 5-3, strikeout 14. Cold strike 3 on Darrell Ward. That's your game. Giants will go ahead and steal one here in the Astrodome. An 8-1 victory here in game 1 of this NLDS. Stadium barfs. No runs and a hit. The Giants pitching does in the Astros tonight a huge win. For the Giants, they take the home field advantage and they take a 1-0 series lead. Final line score coming up. For the Giants, 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Terrible defense tonight, but didn't hurt. Astros, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Kirk Rueter. He'll go to 1-0 in the postseason. Mike Hampton will take the loss. He'll drop to 0-1. Johnston, Spradlin, and Rodriguez will all get holds. Johnstone does get his third hold, and Spradlin and Rodriguez get their first of this postseason. What a win for the Giants tonight. They steal one here in the Astrodome and now have the home field advantage. This is going to be some LDS round. Tomorrow night, game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Texas Rangers and the Cleveland Indians. Rick Helling will be going for the Rangers. Dave Burba will be going for the Indians. A huge matchup tomorrow night. Indians lead that series 1-0. Anything is possible here in the LDS round. Rangers, Indians, game 2 tomorrow night here on Inside Pitch. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Giants come in here to the Astrodome and take all the fuel out of the Astros rockets, and they win it tonight 8-1. Giants lead this National League Division Series 1-0.